Today's fun fact of the day has to do with face recognition. Did you know that the average person can only recognize about 5,000 faces? So think about it. The human body was not designed for these hyper-populated places that we live in. As hunter-gatherers, our group sizes were small, 50 or 60 people. Larger bands would have a maximum of, say, 150 people. In our ultra-mega cities, just stand at a train station for a day and you will see close to 650,000 people pass through each day. Imagine how many faces that person working at the train station sees. People in jobs like this might see close to 34 million faces in their lifetime. Now, people in low population zones might see close to 90,000 faces. But on average, 3 million faces is the right benchmark. Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach podcast, the podcast where we evolve into the best versions of ourselves, one awesome habit at a time. I am Ashdin, doctor, your habit coach. Now, the human mind does not have that ability to remember and maintain records of all the faces that it sees. So the mind analyzes everyone at first sight. The mind looks at the face and instantly analyzes it. It decides if the person is friendly or is a threat. It looks for dominance and power. Then it looks for recognition. This is the flow. Friend, threat, dominance, power, recognition. Think about our lives today and how ill-equipped we are for this new technology that we use. Take Instagram, for example. We see so many faces each day. Each face quickly gets analyzed as a threat or not. We see more digital faces than we do physical faces or actual human beings. And this leads to an interesting problem. We don't have to react to the pictures with our own facial expressions. Hence, we are not being analyzed back. This can lead to us growing up and not being able to emote clearly. As you remember from another episode that we spoke about, 75% of the time we communicate non-verbally. Now think about how many people we pass in these big cities every day. What do? We stay in our small cocoon. We look at the floor. We try and ignore everyone around us. Now, what if I asked you to bring joy or happiness to someone or these strangers that are passing you by on the streets? What would you do? Let's make it harder. You can't give them anything. You can't touch them. You can't talk to them. What would you do to share happiness with somebody on the street with you? The only thing that you can do is look at them, make eye contact, and give them a smile. It might be weird. It might feel odd, but try it out as a challenge. See what the reactions of the people are. While we think about how people want to be aloof, the truth is that deep down, people want to be cared for. People want a connection. People want to feel like they matter. The truth is that a smile to a stranger could save a life. Kevin Hines speaks of this. He jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge 14 years ago, but survived. He is on a mission to reduce the rate of suicide in the world today. And in his suicide letter, he had a pact that if one person, anyone, if someone smiled at him on the way to the bridge, he would not jump. The truth is, many people have this thought about a smile in their notes before taking their lives. A smile has an incredible power. A smile has the ability to change lives. Think of the smile a baby gives as it coos and gurgles. Think of a smile exchanged by two lovers over dinner. A smile says a lot. So smile at a stranger and see how you feel. Just yesterday, I smiled at an old lady cycling and struggling on Carter Road. She saw and smiled back. In that split second, I understood she was frustrated with the bike and she knew that I empathized with her. All that from a single smile. So your super simple habit to impact the lives from a distance is to smile at strangers. Do this while you go for a walk in the morning. Do this right now as you're sitting and listening to this podcast, probably in a bus or a train or a plane or a car. Don't only smile at somebody that you're interested in or a couple walking together, as you might get in trouble. So you see, as your habit coach, I want you to impact the lives of people and not get your face impacted in return. So smile without an intention in mind. Just smile from the heart and you will get a smile back in return. If you like this episode, don't forget to hit subscribe. Also, give us a rating. It really helps with people discovering the podcast. If you like podcasts like this, check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can also watch all the episodes on the Habit Coach Awesome 180 YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere. You can also reach out to me. I am Ashdin Doc at Twitter and Instagram. You can connect with me on my website, awesome180.com. You can also check out my 2 new books, Change Your Habits, Change Your Life, and the second, The Book of Good Habits for Kids. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach.
IVM.